So yeah, this happened.
Oh dear.
You better take care of these guys quickly.
Yep.
Seriously, look at this guy to the very... what is it? Very right. Look at his lance. You can see the bulge of it almost pierce through that knight's armor.
Actually, if you look a bit down from that bulge, you'll see it
Yeah,
actually
it
has
goes straight
pierced through.
him. It goes straight through the guy.
Ouch! He basically just got shish kebabbed.
Yep.
The only good thing about it is these Drakkar actually have some cool looking helmets. They look like shredders.
You rush
Right, they do look like clones of Shredder.
Huh.
Oh my god.
You rush to help them, but in the heat of the battle, you are knocked down by a riderless horse. Before you can get to your feet, you are attacked simultaneously by two enemy lancers, who are maniacally determined to pin you to the ground with their lances. You're now fighting two Saganosot lancers.
But do I look like a pin cushion?
Apparently.
But then we for a difference know what Lone Wolf looks like. He looks like a pin cushion.
Huh. Strange. In any case, roll a die.
9.
Right, and your combat skill was what?
Let us have a look. Our combat skill was 49.
49.
49, and you rolled a 9.
Yep.
Right, from your down position, you flip up into the air and circle kick them both in the throat. They're dead. You win.
Okay.
Hi.
And we can do that in a set of chainmail.
Yep. Inspired by your victory, the Legends and the League-land allies repelled the remaining Saganosot and closed their ranks until the square is intact once more. The enemy are now exhausted and wearily they retreat across the plain with the stinging cheers of their foes echoing in their ears. Then an ominous noise comes rolling across the plain from the city of Dark, a thunderous boom that shakes the very ground on which you stand. You look towards the city and see that the battle is growing ever fiercer. But now there's a new and sinister aspect. Flickerings of magical fire can be seen dancing along battlements, engulfing friend and foe alike. You sense that this is the work of Magnorn. He and his Naziranim allies are responsible for this. Then through the smoke of battle you see a Lentian flag flying proudly amidst the carnage that is taking place on the coastal plain to the south of the city. Here, King Sarnak's crusaders have turned an enemy flank and are storming its weakened center. Maquid and Skera seize the flag and, encouraged by the cheers of their own men, they decide to march at once in support of the crusaders' brave attack. You wish them both good fortune, for you know the time has come to part company with these brave men. Their destiny awaits them on the field of battle. Yours will be found inside the city of Dark itself, where, if you are to fulfill your quest, you must confront Warlord Magnorn. You bid them farewell and watch as they lead their men in a marching column across the plain towards the distant field of battle. When they are a mile away, you set off alone towards the hamlet, where it lies en route to the gates of Dark. You reach the hamlet and hurry along its solitary road. Flanking you are two rows of low cottages, their thick thatched roofs still intact despite the fiery carnage that has swept so near. Off to the right you see a barn-like building standing with its stored yard. A brazier of coals and anvils and a scattering of iron strips prove it to have once been a busy smithy. But now, like the surrounding buildings, it is seemingly deserted. And yet there's a picture of a guy. So, yeah, there's this picture now, apparently. Oh, the picture of this deserted village.
Maybe it just looked deserted.
Probably.
Oh.
Wow. Huh.
But he's an ally, so it's okay.
Maybe he doesn't know that we're an ally.
You're passing the open door when suddenly you hear a man's voice. He's a strong Lentian accent and he's cursing you, thinking you to be a turncoat Stormland mercenary. As you turn to face the smithy door, a Lentian crusader comes rushing out into the road, brandishing a heavy steel mace in his left hand. You yell at him that you are loyal to King Sarnak, but he ignores your pleas and swings his weapon wildly at your head.
Harry, goddammit, block that thing.
Okay, you're now fighting a Lentian crusader. Give me a roll of a die.
10.
Right, you immediately swing your sword and brain the guy. You win.
Aha. There was no way you could just disarm him or bring him to ease or something.
The misguided knight falls unconscious at your feet.
Oh, God, we can kill the guy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
smashed his face with the flat side before. He's leaking some fluids and he's kind of frothy in the mouth. Probably from the whiplash, but he's alive. He's alive. Before he
Huh.
recovers, you take to your heels and continue on across the plain with these inexorably towards the gates of dark. As you approach the city, the din of battle fills your ears. The shouts of angry men, the knees of galloping steeds, the clang of riven steel, and the terrible screams of the slain buffet you remorselessly. Then all of a sudden you are plunged into the battle, and to survive you are forced to cleave your way through a seemingly endless wall of enemy troops. This as if they are gladly willing to sacrifice themselves in order to prevent you from reaching the apex of the slope that ascends to the shattered gates of the city. Undeterred, you forge a bloody path.
By the way, can I just mention something quickly?
Yes.
I was taking a look at this Crusader Knight guy, and I actually discovered that this tabard of his, normally you see it in the front, as in there is no opening in the front, but with this opening that he has actually more mobility than I see in most depictions of, that Crusader tabard. So, smart move on his part,
Anyways,
You forge a bloody path through this Dracarum horde, wielding your weapon with deadly precision, every blow claiming an enemy soul. It is not until you are standing upon the very threshold of the gates that you encounter more formidable defenders. The breached gates are being held by a trio of blood-spattered Tukudak. They are in a state of battle frenzy, which you sense have been magically induced. Wild-eyed with savage bloodlust, they scream maniacally as they rush at you with their bloodied blades. Picture time! Behold the Tukudak!
Tukudak. Can I be completely honest here?
they have the crazy eyes.
Yeah, but apart from that, the guy on the far, I think it is, left. Okay, that's pretty crazy eyed, but still cool looking. But the other two, why the fuck do they have wings on their helmets? These tiny wings that, where they try and look angelic, and really they just come up as looking goofy.
The one on the left has stolen Thor's helmet.
Yeah, and added some spikes. But it still looks cool.
No, it's wings. It's little wings goes up from the side.
Yeah,
They're
but
a
also
little more detailed than the other guys' wings, so maybe he has higher rank.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be to denote their ranks. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time someone designed a stupid helmet to denote rank.
Yeah. Oh god, you had to remind me. Also, that cleaver of his, that's pretty neat. He's wielding two weapons, and the other is an axe, and the third one is a claymore.
Yeah. By the way,
And,
Given here, you found these guys funny, I noticed.
It was just a Thor helmet, I kind of thought that was funny.
I also noticed they are drooling.
Yeah, the front.
Yeah,
Oh my God, they've got rabies.
I do not want to know what they have. Also, poor guy who's laying under them, just, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Summerlund, you cry as you steel yourself to meet their attack. You're now fighting 3 Tukudak Guardians in battle frenzy.
Roll a die.
Yep, roll a die.
6. Hey,
Right.
that's the first 6 today.
Yeah. You clash. Blades spark and armor splinters as you hack out with your sword. Yet you manage to sustain a small amount of injury in the process. You lose 1 endurance point. Roll the die again.
Okay. 9.
9?
9.
9. Righto then. You swing your blade, and with a howl of pain, 2 of the Tukulaks fall to the ground, bleeding, dying. The last one comes at you, swinging his axe like a maniac, because, well, he is a maniac. Roll the die again.
6.
Right. He lashes out with his axe. You barely manage to block it. Only a sliver of it managed to hit you. Use 1 endurance point. You shove him back and cut off one of his arms. He now swings his axe one-handed at you, trying to take off your head. Roll the
It's
die
only
again.
a flesh wound.
Yep. Roll the die again.
2.
Right. Going completely berserk, the guy charges at you, chopping and swinging in all directions, completely ignoring the spurting wound in his side. You manage to stab him several times, but nonetheless he keeps coming at you. Due to several hits and grazes, you lose 3 endurance points. Roll again.
Okay, I need to be completely honest. First, we need to hear Givinia's result.
Well, they should give this guy a raise, or if we kill him, then give everyone who's related to him a raise.
Yeah, because he's a good fighter, and seriously, I cannot help but think of this is the equivalent of Aragorn fighting Lurth.
Roll it again.
10.
10, right. Finally, you chop one of his legs off, and, well, despite his battle frenzy, he cannot ignore the laws of physics and collapses on the ground.
I'm invincible! You're a loony.
Yeah, you won. You climb over the bodies that are heaped chest high around the shattered city gates. Then you begin to fight your way steadily towards the center of this terrible stronghold. Beyond the entrance you can see that a wild battle is raging through the streets. A regiment of Lentian crusaders are fighting to wrestle possession of the keep from a determined horde of Magnorn's Dracarim. The tide turns against the Lentians, and as they are driven back towards the gates, you are forced to climb a stair which leads to the battlement in order to avoid being lost in the crush. Halfway up the steps, you are attacked by a Dracar armed with sword and shield. You duck his clumsy swipe and lash out at his chest. He catches your blow on his shield, but the sheer force of your attack hurls him down on the steps, where he remains, cradling his broken arms, tears streaming down his soot-blackened face.
Ow.
I just feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah, to be quite... Yeah, after Bullet's done crying. But yeah, one thing is to chop up their limbs, because it is sort of fast and it is sort of overwhelming the whole nerve center. But another thing is, breaking bones.
You stride up the steps towards the battlement where a group of Lentians are locked in combat with 2 Death Knights. The Crusaders slay their enemies, but they in turn are slain when a bolt of crackling crimson energy rips through their shiny steel armor, fire from the tip of a wizard's staff. Their lifeless bodies come tumbling down the steps, knocking you flat on your back and pinning you down beneath the weight of their armor. You struggle to get free, but you are being observed by one who slew the knights, an evil Naziranim wizard. He levels his staff at your head and a swirling trail of sparks ignites at the tip. With imminent death staring you full in the face, you steel yourself to meet your maker.
Well, we could use one of the knight's body to reflect it, but apparently we are as good as dead.
Suddenly the evil wizard cries out in pain, surprise, and throws his claw-tipped hand into the air. A sparkling bolt, which was destined to seal your doom, arcs from his staff and blows a man-sized hole in the wall of the fortress. As the resultant smoke and dust slowly clears, you see Captain Prarg standing over the body of a slain wizard, with a bloodied sword held in his hand. With a cry of victory, he leaps over the crumpled corpse and comes rushing down the steps to help free you from the tangle of bodies. Picture time.
Thank you.
Finally, he does something useful.